Hey everybody. Welcome to Drone 10 for Los Medanos College, Fall 23. My name is Jeffrey Miller. I am your professor for this course, remote course where we do everything online on Canvas. Most of you are probably also in my 12th course, which is every Friday, 9 a.m. And we go out and actually go out and go fly. If you're not in that and you're interested in some physical flying experience and some face-to-face interaction, that is happening starting on Friday the 1st of September, every Friday at 9 a.m. at the LMC campus. There are still a couple spots left. Reach out if you're interested in joining. So this short little lecture is going to be a review of the syllabus and the course. Since we are completely remote, I feel it important to try to do this every time so that you guys get a sense of what to expect over the next several weeks. So we can go ahead and begin. I'll share my screen. And everybody, this is Canvas for folks that are new to online courses. Let me back up for a second. All right, so you should have a dashboard that looks something like this. If you can't, Canvas, you could just search for like Los Medanos College Canvas, and you'll probably find, and you should be able to find a link through the college website to get to this. Then log in, and then you'll have whatever courses that you're enrolled in will show up on this page. Actually, let me move this to the front. All right, so both classes are on Canvas. This one, like I said, 12 does meet in person as well, although I do put a lot of materials here. For today, we're going to be focusing on the remote pilot preparation course. So that is this tile here. So I'm going to go ahead and click on it. And I'll give you guys a view how things will look on your end. So you'll see these on the home page. I have it set up with these various modules. Each module is dated for a particular Monday, I guess in this case a Tuesday, but a particular Monday when a module starts and opens, unlocks for you to view and work on the material. So for example, next week on the, starting on the 5th is when your first module will open. You can't actually click on any of these things now because it will not unlock until the 5th. And the same is the case for these following ones. Each week has its own kind of timeline here. We do have a little bit more space when we get down to some of the tougher modules to work on, the airspace, the charts. So those are 2 weeks each, but as we'll see here, everything that is due for you has particular due dates kind of built in. So I'll show you how to kind of check yourself to make sure you don't miss assignments in a second. Before kind of getting into the material, what I want you guys to do is look over the course information, and that's where you'll find the syllabus we're about to look at. You'll hear a little bit more information about Drone 12, learn about the drone certificate. You do earn that certificate just by taking the 2 courses. It's a non-credit certificate. And then if you were ever going to do an office hour with me, that is by appointment only, you would use this link right here. So what I want to do is go ahead and explore this course syllabus. Here we are. Okay, so this course is called Remote Pilot Certification Preparation. This should actually say Remote Pilot License Preparation. There is a difference between a license and a certification. Just in terms of language, in terms of what those terms mean, a license is more official, kind of granted by some kind of government agency. In this case, the Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, will grant you a pilot license, remote pilot license. if you pass the test the exam. So this course here at LMC is meant to prepare you for taking that exam, getting yourself ready to know what to expect, kind of practice questions, topics, etc. That's what I'm going to be covering for you guys over this semester. Like I said, this is non-credit, so it's really meant to be kind of a training. Think of this as like a extended training version. You know, you're going to get a lot out of this course, and the material I have is the same material I would teach if it was any other course. The difference is that there's no units or credits that get transferred with this course to like a university or something. Putting that out there. You can email me. Just make sure you put J.E. Miller before you J.E. before you put my last name at losmedanos.edu. Okay. This is a completely online course. It is asynchronous as well. So that means that everything I'm going to share with you, all of the material will be pre-recorded, kind of put together on this Canvas website, and you go at your convenience and log in and complete the assignments when they're due. There's no regular Zoom meetings. There's no kind of scheduled weekly time that we quote unquote meet. The Drone 12 course, yes, there is. That's different. That's every Friday. But for this particular course, talking about them as if they're independent, there is no actual Zoom meetings. We will spend time, since most people are in both courses, we generally do spend a few minutes in the 12 course at the beginning of class before we go fly, talking about license questions. So if you have, you know, just think about it that way. You're welcome to, as you've been studying throughout the week, you're welcome to come to me during that class time and ask something relevant. Happy to discuss. I do want to also highlight here that there was a schedule misprint. So this course is half of a semester long, and it's printed on the schedule to meet all the way until December, and that's just not true. This is an 8-week course, so essentially essentially the course exists from September until the end of October. That's the way the calendar worked this time around. So for all intents and purposes, the kickoff is Friday the 1st. The modules themselves are going to open on Tuesday the 5th. And the last assignment will be due on the 29th, which I think is a Sunday of the 29th of October. After that, the course is technically done. 12 course, on the other hand, goes until the end of the semester. So that one's different. Okay. But yeah, just so you know, it's a little redundant to have an entire semester devoted to license preparation, license exam preparation. It's not to say that it's an easy test. It's definitely something you have to study for, but getting that content in within 8 weeks will be more than enough time to prepare you. If and when you do want to see me during office hour, you can use this link right here. Office hour would be by appointment only. So email me if there's anything that you wanted to or needed to discuss. Yeah, happy to set aside some time on Zoom if you have something in particular. Just, you know, reach out at any point, and I'll try to fit that somewhere on my calendar. I do have a textbook recommendation for you guys. It is the 2023 test prep through the ASA test prep board. Here's a little picture of it so that you know. There's a lot of these test prep books out there. The one that I've gotten the best feedback from is this kind of generic one here with the, you'll see it here. They actually print a new version every year. They might have a 2024 out now, I'm not sure, but this has been the latest one that students have success. I'm going to give you as much material as I can that is relevant to this date, or I should say, let me back up with that statement. As relevant as I have kind of prepared. However, there are some recent rule changes that have taken effect, and I do cover them, but not probably as comprehensively as needed to be. I am working on updating my materials for next semester, but that's why I want to ensure that you guys are completely prepared by taking my course, having this book. This is meant to supplement anything that I'm missing. The topics like remote ID, flying over people, some of those rules that were recently amended, I'm still in the process of updating my material. So for the time being, you're going to learn a lot from some of the stuff that I'm going to present to you, but also what I want you to do is get this book and study it at the same time you're taking my course. Okay. Let's see. So all of this stuff comes from what's called the outline, the record about outline of record, which is basically what's in the catalog, kind of explaining things in a very formal way. Let's put it this way. You are going to learn, well, I'll show you here in a minute on Canvas. I kind of have the test broken down into 4 different sections. So that's the intention. That's the goal here, is to learn as much as possible about the exam itself. This is not a class. The Drone 12 class is meant to make you a drone pilot, because that's where you meet in person and actually fly. This class is meant to get you licensed, okay? Get you prepared to go take your license exam. So I'm going to skip over these things. You can read these on your own if you want. Since this is an online course, there's no technical attendance that I record every week, and we're asynchronous. So let's put it this way: the fact that you turn your assignments in on time, to me, that counts as your attendance. Okay. So yeah, and frankly, other than the first week when I have to, per school policies, I don't really check in on the attendance much more than that. Your lectures and other resources are all going to be provided to you on Canvas. The lectures themselves are saved on YouTube, so you'll be able to go back and watch those at your convenience. Let's see. What I want, how the procedure, I say this is procedure, how the class works. So each week there'll be different modules that you access, and each week there will be a quiz and what's called a discussion assignment. So the expectation is that you will turn in each of those per the date assigned in the module. So 4 quizzes, 4 discussions, and then at the end of the course, the last week of the course, there is a sample Part 107 exam. So a 60 question, 3 multiple choice answers to choose from, 2-hour. So essentially, I tried to make it exactly like what the experience is when you take the actual exam. Okay, so that's what you will experience at the end of the course. That's putting everything kind of together here. So stay on top of things. Essentially, the moral of the story, just stay on top of things each week. Do your quizzes, study the material, do your quizzes, do your discussions, and complete the exam at the end. You'll be good to go. Since this is non-credit, let me put it this way. I'm evaluating you based on the points that are outlined here, but this is a pass, no pass, because it's a non-credit course. So I have it here at 75%. If you earn that, then you will pass my course. Okay. If you are in need of any assistance or accommodations through the disability support, just let me know. I'll be happy to handle that with you. And then here's the code of conduct. I haven't had any students cheat in this course. It would be a real disservice to you, honestly, if you even went down that road, because you're not going to be able to pass the real exam unless you study on your own. Going back now to my, real quickly, before we end this, if I go to the home button again, you will see the modules like I mentioned. And so the first module on the 5th, here's like the title where we talk about what to expect. UAS history, uses, and equipment. So each one of these modules will have kind of an opening page, or there's a couple paragraphs. Actually, let me leave this. There's an opening page here. So what I want you to do is kind of go through these one page by page. You could do it by module and kind of click through. A simpler kind of streamlined way is to click through and just click the next button each time, right? So here's your preview page. Actually, there's an error here. I need to edit this little thing. That doesn't exist. There we go. Okay. Okay. So for the first module, I have you look at the history, uses, equipment of unmanned aircraft systems or drones. There's a book that I have attached to Drone 12. And I'm also recommending the first 2 chapters. So essentially in Drone 12 and the first week of 10, it's the same. It's the same materials. This is an introduction, let's call it, the history, uses, and equipment. Chapters 1 and 2 within the Kennedy book. And then here's what you should expect to learn from the module itself. Let me back up to the home here. And so, yeah, so here's a lesson objective. Here's a PowerPoint. And then this is a video lecture that I expect you guys to watch. When you click here, it should take you to YouTube. More into this. There you go. So this was from a different time when my hair was a lot shorter. Just so you know, yeah, let's see. So I've recorded all of these videos. You can come in here, you can speed them up. Some of them are a little bit long, I get it. You know, watch them at your convenience. If you watch half now, watch half later. I'm not going to monitor you as you go through this. It's meant to be a little bit more of an independent work compared to traditional class where you come meet every day. So anyways, the video lectures will help a lot with and coincide with the PowerPoint. So those will help a lot understanding this week's topics. Here is, okay, so here's a scanned version of those first 2 chapters from Kennedy. And then you'll have more scanned chapters in the Drone 12 course. Yeah, let's see. And then, oh yeah, here we go. There's no quiz the first week, but there is a discussion. So when you get into the discussion, what I'm expecting you to do, you know, I have kind of some general prompts here. So I want you to write some comments about, you know, about a paragraph or so about with some feedback that you learned or questions or essentially kind of your thoughts after reviewing the material. I want you to do that here, and this is worth points. So the idea is to have, since we're an online, it's a little bit tougher to engage with each other. Do this discussion each week, and that way you guys can at least kind of get a little bit of dialogue and engagement with one another. So that's what the discussions look like. And then once we get to the week of the 11th, you'll have a discussion and a quiz. And the same thing for the 18th, 25th, and the 9th. Okay. But yeah, pretty straightforward. Once you get into the rhythm of this, you just got to stay on top of things. One way that I like to kind of keep track of what is due and what is not is I'll go over to my calendar tab over here, this little button. And it should, let's see, go to September. Here we go. Oh no, why aren't they there? That's strange. Maybe it's because the course is not published. Let me see. Technical difficulties here. No, the course is published. That's interesting. Maybe because the course hasn't officially started yet. Anyways, what you should see on that calendar page when you watch this is the assignments kind of populated per the day that they're due. That's what the calendar does. So you're welcome to do the assignments before that. You're welcome to do them up to that last day that they're actually due. Just make sure you get them in by the date on that calendar. Okay. I think that's all I have. Let me stop sharing. Okay, so any questions or comments, concerns you have, please send me an email. I'll be happy to try to clarify. And for those that are in the 12 course with me, looking forward to seeing you on Friday for our flying in class day. That'll be a lot of fun. I always like the beginning of the semester where we get to know each other and spend some time having some fun flying drones and learning about this technology. Thanks for watching. I look forward to the semester. I will see you guys next time. Bye for now.